Hey guys, so you can see that I'm not dressed like I normally would for skimboarding. It's the middle of winter, so there's not a lot of skimboarding going on, but there's a few things that I wanted to work on over the winter. So one of my goals for 2025 is to be able to ollie higher. And I feel like my mechanics are really good. In fact, in the past I've been able to ollie a lot higher, but my body's changed. I'm a lot older. That's the biggest problem, is 50-year-old legs, right? And so I've got some things that I want to improve on over the winter, and I think I can hopefully get my body back into shape a little bit and really be able to ollie higher. So if you've been following me at all, or if you're new and don't know my situation, let me just fill you in a little bit. So when I was younger, I used to skimboard a lot. I mean, a lot. I was down at the river every summer, all the time. But the last 15-20 years, life kind of caught up with me a little bit, career, family. So I haven't been skimboarding much. Maybe I'd get down there once or twice a summer if I was lucky. But this last summer, I really went down to the river and skimboarded a lot. And I recognized something. Definitely my skill level had decreased a ton, but also my body changed, right? I've gotten older and just can't do the things that I used to be able to do. So I really want to try to work out and try to improve physically and see if I can regain some of my old form. So to really improve my ollie, I feel like there's a couple things that I need to work on. One, I need to get my legs stronger so I can get more pop, so I can jump higher. The second thing is I need more speed. I need to get faster, try to regain some of my speed of my younger years. So I'm going to measure improvement in those two areas by first measuring my vertical jump, and second measuring my 40-yard dash. If I can see some improvement in both of those things over the winter, then hopefully that will translate into higher ollies come this next skim season. So those are the two things that I'm going to try to do over the winter, and hopefully, regardless of what your skimboarding ability is, whether you're a beginner, pro, old dude like me trying to regain his former glory, you'll come along with me in this journey. Maybe try to improve yourself. You can set some goals and walk this path with me, and by next summer we're all going to be ollieing higher. So let's get to work. Hey, so the way I'm going to measure my vertical jump is I'm going to use my basketball hoop. So I'm going to put a piece of tape on my finger. I'm going to reach up as high as I can and put that piece of tape on the backboard. Then I'll get another piece of tape, put that on my finger, and jump as high as I can, put that on the backboard, and then I can measure that distance. And that will give me a good idea about where my vertical jump is, and then I can start to measure some improvement over the winter as I work out and really try to strengthen my legs. All right, so I've measured my initial vertical. A little embarrassed to say it's only about 13 inches, which is definitely way off from my maximum when I was younger and in shape. But it gives me a good baseline. Now I can do some measuring and improving on that, and hopefully, again, that will translate into higher ollies come this next skim season. So anyways, if you're wondering about this PVC pipe, what I've done is I've marked off how high I jumped on the backboard right here. So that's kind of my max height right now, and now I can make some quick measurements on my improvement as I raise the rim, so that I put the rim right at this height. So I can do that really quickly, measure that as the rim goes up and down as we're playing basketball and stuff. I'll always be able to get it at this height, and then I can move it up just a little and see if I can get the rim. And if I can get it, then I'll move it up just a little bit more, and I can continue to measure my improvement as the winter goes along, and I can do that really easily without having to do the whole measuring thing again. So that's the plan. Anyways, I guess now all I have to do is start working out, getting these legs a little stronger so that I can improve my vertical jump, and hopefully that translates into higher ollies come this next skim season. All right, so the second thing I feel like I really need to improve in order to get a better ollie is my speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a baseline for my 40-yard dash, And then over the winter, I'll work to improve that, and we'll see if I can get faster. Now I know I'm really out of shape. Definitely nowhere close to where I was, you know, when I was 25 or so. But anyways, I'd like to get a baseline, and then I can work on improving from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 40 yards, and then we'll get a time. What I'm going to do to measure the time is I'm going to do it on video, so that I can be as precise as possible. So I'll set the video camera up, I'll run my 40, and then I'll go back in and I'll use the timestamp on the video to calculate my time. And that way I feel like that'll be probably the most accurate, and then that way as I compare and look for improvements, I'll be able to use the same setup and should be able to compare that accurately. So all right, let's go measure this out and get to work. So I've taken my tape measure, measured out 120 feet, that's 40 yards, and put my cone right here, and then I'll take the rest of this tape, pull it out, and should have my 40 yards, and we'll be ready to run. All right, I've got this pulled out, 40 yards, cone set up. Got some dogs barking in the neighbor's yard there. Hopefully that'll just give me some extra motivation as I run. I'll pretend like they're chasing me. Whew, looks like a long ways down there. I hope I can make it. Whew, so I sat down, caught my breath, went through the video, looked at the timestamp so that I could tell what my time was, and it ended up, I'm a little embarrassed, but 6.03 is my 40. So now I can just work on improving that, right? Far off from, you know, maybe my peak athletic years when I was younger, but definitely have now some numbers that I can work towards some improvement. All right, so I feel like I'm off to a really good start. I've got some baseline numbers for my vertical and my speed, my 40. And so what I really don't have is a good baseline for my Ollie. So I didn't measure that really before skim season ended. It got cold and the river got high. But one thing that I can do, there was one time where I went down to the river and set up the camera, and I was working on some Ollies, and so I'm going to try to estimate my Ollie from that video. So what I'm going to do is I've taken the video, I paused it at what looks like my kind of max Ollie height, and then I've drawn a line for the length of the board, and then I drew a line up to like my Ollie height, and I'm going to use a ratio of those two, and then the real length of the board, and see if I can get the real height. And I know this is there's kind of some angles and things, and so it's not perfect, but it gives us an estimate. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some calculations and then see what we come out with for estimated Ollie height during this summer's skim workouts. And so it looks like my Ollie height is about 7 inches. That's the estimate, which I feel like I was Ollieing way higher than that. I know in the past, again, in my younger days, I've Ollied much higher than that, but I don't know. I guess we're going to go with about 7 inches for baseline on my Ollieing this summer, and hope to improve that a lot by next summer. So I'm going to take this information and these baselines, and then I'm just going to work this summer, strengthen my legs, get faster, be able to jump higher, and hopefully that will translate into higher Ollies come next summer. I'd really love it if you took this journey with me. I've put it out there for everybody to see, so it's there, and now I'm hoping that's a little extra motivation for me to really try to improve. But it would be fun if any of you guys want to take this journey with me. That would add extra motivation, I think, to me. So get some baseline numbers, put them down in the comments below, and then you can work towards higher Ollies this coming skim season as well. Whew, all right, so that's it for now. Hey, be sure to subscribe. That just means that I know there's more people out there holding me accountable, and I love that because that gives me, again, some extra motivation to really work hard this winter and be able to ollie higher. All right, well, that's it for me. I got to go do some more stretching. I'm not sure if I'm going to be walking tomorrow. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, and you'll take this journey with me. All right, I'm out. I got to go. Oh.